Today, I'm going to define what is observability by comparing it to monitoring. For this, I will use the example of a superstore, and I will compare the usage of metrics versus traces. Metrics are commonly used by monitoring solutions, and in my store, they serve to measure the amount of baby cream and baby layers sold every hour. Traces in my superstore are equivalent to being able to see all my customer journey inside my shop, giving me information on where they go and what they bought. These traces are equivalent in IT world to distributed traces, commonly used in modern observability solutions. So, why is it important to get this additional information? Imagine now that I have two similar shops, and one of my shop is selling twice more baby cream than the other one. My metrics clearly help me understand there is a problem, but not where it comes from. Traces will give me visibility on my customer path and will show me that in shop 1, baby cream are located in cosmetic zone, far away from the layers. And that's probably why I'm selling less of them. So here, it's really critical for me to have this information to get to the root cause of my problem. But in IT, we already have logs that are used since tens of years to explain root cause of my problems. So imagine that I add also logs to both my shops. As you can see here, logs can provide far more information than metrics. But does it really help here? First, the data is not structured in an easy way to query it. Second, if I didn't know in advance that I need to track my article location for this issue, I don't have this information in my log. And so logs are useless for this particular issue. Finally, I really need to know what I am searching for, which is not easy if my problem is not an exception or if it is occurring for the first time. To conclude, I would say that the main difference between monitoring and observability is that monitoring purpose is to help me understand the status of my system, putting green or red lights on my components, while observability helps me understand the behavior of my system. Due to this, observability goes far beyond what you can do with classic monitoring systems, and it requires also additional capabilities, like traces we showed in our shops example just before. But traces alone are not sufficient, because you can quickly become overwhelmed by the volume of traces an application can generate, like we are currently overwhelmed with the logs volume in fact. So for more efficient observability, you need to be able to store all metrics, logs, and traces that you need to use. But you also need powerful analysis and correlation tools that will help filter the relevant information for you. And finally, you also need new data visualization and resolution workflows that will focus on this customer journey that you want to better understand and to improve. At the end, benefits are major, as good observability is a key differentiator of digital native companies to improve their customer experience.